my name is Trena.
And I am Wendy.
And we are excited to be here today to tell you about our stencils.
Oh
It's
my
the
goodness.
West Africa collection. And here's what they look like when they come out.
And here's what they look like when you play with them. All cut up.
It's just a very simple drip technique with alcohol inks. And I am using the Forgiveness stencil. That's part of the Understanding stencil of the 9x12, and some graphics opaque white. It's kind of like Yupo paper, and so that's what I'm going to start out with, and just drip some alcohol ink on there.
So let's talk about our stencils for a quick second.
Yeah.
And so they come in ACT form, which is artist trading card. So they become smaller stencils that you can use for art journaling, for fabric. It's just breaking them down and easy to use. I want to say bite-sized pieces. That's the chef in me. But really breaking them down and making them more usable. And one of the things that I like about stencils is that you don't always have to use, it's great to use the whole stencil in its entirety, or you can use bits and pieces in your artwork to provide you with movement and different elements in your art pieces. So I wanted to be clear about that, since Trena showed the whole stencil. Now you can keep them whole if that's your desired way to play with them, but they are created to use in smaller subsets, if you will, created. And I added the stencils to it. Now, we have powerful words with that's a part of our stencil. And the words are so amazing and so powerful. And my wife, she was like, why don't you just do affirmation, like a graffiti wall with the words? And I was like, oh, that's smart. So because I create backgrounds and whatnot, so even though this page was already done, aside from adding the black to it, this was done. This was already created, the background, but I just took the words using different inks, and this is the archival distress inks, which come in really fun colors, which I love. And I used the words on this background, and this background was done with Dina Wakley's gloss sprays that I just sprayed the page and closed the book and let it drip and all that kind of stuff. But this is really cool. And then I added this. What stencil is this, Trena?
That is the Strength. I'm pretty sure. I don't know if I know them all by heart, but I think that's the
Strength. Is that Strength? Because I was very intentional about the stencil chosen for this picture. As I searched through my stencils, as
it's humility and strength.
Yep. As cards. So I was very intentional about what I wanted to say about this, because I had already put here, be strong for her. And so I wanted something to support this. And I was like, oh my goodness, this is really cool. And she was here looking, strong and stately, if you will, royal, I love. So I thought this really spoke to who she was, and using it as a border as well. And I don't even think I didn't purposefully use these words on the bottom of on this here at all, purposefully, because I needed this to speak to what it was, what I wanted
I
to
love
convey.
that spread. Wendy, could you hold it up to the camera just a little closer, please, so people can see the depth on that page and how beautiful the words look.
I love the journey that the eye takes.
Around, yes.
And my goal for this was to speak to who Black women are, right? We are, support. We are love. We are valor. We are creative. We are truth. We are nurturing. We are ingenious, understanding. We're wisdom. We're patient. We're royalty. We're abundant, right? We're affluent, right? We are
all those things.
All of those things. Sometimes one at a time, sometimes, all at the same time, right?
Yep.
So that is the beauty of these stencils. That
this is the courage valor symbol with the alcohol ink, and I used alloy, and I used too much. I'm telling you, you only need a little bit of that from Rain.
Yes.
I think I used a little bit too much, but I still love the colors and the blending.